Do we have? We have a few minutes, friends. How are you doing? Should we wiggle just a bit while we wait for friends? Maybe we can see how quick we are. First of all, show me your hands. You have two, right? A right and a left. And clap your hands 3 times. Good counting. And where's your nose? Your chin. The top of your head. Your ears. Shoulders. Can you touch your elbows? Where are your elbows? That's kind of a funny thing to do, to touch our elbows. Okay, let's sing one round of head, shoulders, knees, and toes because we got a couple minutes. Do you guys remember this one? We start here and we follow the directions of the song, right? Head, shoulders, knees, and toes, knees, and toes. I disappeared, but I was touching my knees and toes, I promise. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, eyes and ears and mouth and nose. Head, shoulders, knees and toes. How'd you do? How was it? I think that was pretty fun. Okay, I want to know how your week has been. It's been kind of rainy, more leaves falling off the trees. Has anyone been outside to have some adventures? This week, there's something special that we are celebrating that actually doesn't have to do with fall, but it does have to do with red trucks, big ones. Some of them have ladders on them. And there's some men that do some pretty hard work. It's Fire Safety Week. Did you guess a fire truck? A red truck with a ladder? That looks like that one. So, Fire Safety Week is all about celebrating firefighters who do hard work to keep us all safe and put fires out. And it's all about knowing how to stay safe, right? Okay, this book is called I Drive a Fire Engine. My name is Jackson. I drive a fire engine. Fire engines are special kinds of trucks. They pump water to put out fires. Those are called pumpers. There are 2 other kinds of fire trucks, the tanker and the ladder truck. This is a ladder truck, right? And the tanker holds water or carries it around for areas where it's more difficult to get it. My pager beeps. I know it's emergency. I race to put on my turnout gear. It includes fire-resistant pants, thick boots, a heavy coat, and a helmet. Sometimes there's a mask. Have you guys seen firefighters' masks? I jump into my cab. I start the engine. Other firefighters jump on the fire engine too. I turn on the flashing lights and drive out of the station. The siren howls. As I approach a busy street, I honk the horn. Beep, beep. When I arrive at a fire, I connect one hose from the pumper to the fire hydrant. See that there? And then I connect the other hose from the pumper to a nozzle, and the water flows out from the hydrant into the pumper and out through the nozzle. Makes it pump really fast. And see how it takes 2 guys? That's because there's so much water coming out of that. Soon, the other fire trucks arrive. If the fire is big or if there's no hydrants, the tanker truck dumps its water into a portable pool. The pumper sucks up the water from its pool. It can also pump water from lakes and rivers. That's kind of cool. There's those masks I was telling you about. That's so firefighters don't end up breathing too much smoke when they're fighting fires. A hose full of pumping water is heavy and hard to control. It takes 2 or more firefighters to hold on to it My partner and I point the nozzle at the base of the flames. After the fire is out, I fold the hoses back on the fire engine, and the hoses are stored in the hose bed. Back at the station, I check the pumper's water tank. I refill it if the water level is low, and I also refill the gas tank. All of the firefighters help clean the trucks, and we also clean our gear and any tools we use. And after everything is put away, we close the garage doors and wait for the next emergency. Those are pretty big trucks. Okay, and now the next story I have has Corduroy in it. He's one of my favorite book characters. Do you guys like Corduroy? This is kind of a fun book. And not all fire trucks are red. That one is what color, friends? Yellow. Good job. Today, Corduroy's class is visiting the fire station. The hook and ladder truck is parked outside. The ladders help the firefighters rescue people on roofs or up in high buildings. The hooks pull down burning ceilings so the water from the hoses can reach the fire. Here's why this is a fun book. What is in the garage? There's a fireman. And what is in the truck? Oh, it's a puppy. And we can take a peek inside the back of the truck. Okay, the pumper and rescue trucks are in the garage. The pumper truck pumps water and carries the hoses. The hoses are very heavy when they are filled with water, so the firefighters have to be very strong. The rescue truck is filled with medical equipment that the firefighters might need if someone is hurt. So let's look at that rescue truck. This has all kinds of stuff that they might need if someone was hurt or needed help. There's a lot of stuff in there, isn't there? Here's the hose, and hiding, there's that little puppy. And over here on this pumper truck, let's see what's going on back here. There's some more hose. And, whoa, man, I'm not exactly sure what that's for. Look at all the parts on this truck, though. Okay, next, Fireman Jack leads the class upstairs to the kitchen, bunk room, and exercise room. Did you know that when firemen go to work, they stay at the firehouse for several days? Like the whole time, because you never know when an emergency is going to happen or the fire trucks would be needed. So at some fire stations, they just stay there in case they're needed. At other fire stations, they get a call and then they go to the fire station and get the truck. So at this one though, they got a kitchen and everything. Let's take a peek inside these doors. There's some beds. There's some workout equipment. There's the class taking a tour. Hey, I wonder what they're having for dinner. Spaghetti and some garlic bread. Oh, wait, the little dog. There he is. All right. Fireman Jack tells the class never to play with fire or matches. If their clothes do catch on fire, he tells them, don't run. Stop, drop, and roll. Can you guys say that? Stop, drop, and roll. That will help put out the flames. The class practices good rolling corduroy. Let's see what's going on behind the door. There's a puppy. Crawl under smoke because it rises. So under the smoke is where the air is clear. Have a meeting place outside your home. And what's going on outside? Okay, he shows them the special clothes that firefighters wear. Everything is very heavy. It has to be to protect the firefighter from fire, heat, and smoke. The firefighters keep their clothes downstairs near the fire trucks, ready to go. Everybody in the class gets a junior fireman's helmet. Look at his helmet, it's a little too big. And there's the fireman's outfit. We can lift up his hat and see his face too. And underneath the coats are all Corduroy's friends. How about this one? Where's that little dog hiding? Is he in this picture? There he is. Okay, downstairs, the firefighters are checking the trucks. They test the lights and sirens. Cover your ears, Corduroy. The class helps clean the headlights. Then the firefighters have a surprise. Let's peek. The friends are in the truck. There's the little dog. Corduroy's class is going to ride a fire truck in the parade. Have you guys ever seen kids on a fire truck in the parade? That sounds like a pretty fun thing to do. You'd make a good firefighter, Corduroy. Or maybe you've just seen firefighters in the fire truck. Maybe kids aren't actually allowed. Do you see the dog? Oh, one more. There's an elephant. Well, that was a fun story, guys. I have something that I think you could probably make. We learned about all different kinds of fire trucks today, right? So what if you make your very own fire truck? You can draw it on a piece of paper. This is a pretty simple one. Look at that. That looks kind of like a truck, right? You could have mom or dad help you, and then you can cut it out. And then you can cut out some pieces or color them to decorate your fire truck. Look at that one. We cut out some round wheels and some pieces for a ladder, and then we just colored and made windows. I bet you guys could make excellent fire trucks. If you have any pictures you want to show me, you can send them to me, or you can bring them in, bring your project in and share it with us. I really hope that you enjoyed story time today, friends. I want you to talk to your parents about fire safety, and I want you to have a great week, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.